Good afternoon. Great to have you with us here at noon. Dustin Grove, along with meteorologist Sean Ash. We are sweating through these muggy temperatures, this thick air, also tracking some downpours. It feels a lot like Florida.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, I've had some people ask, hey, when is this thing going to end? Maybe sometime around September, perhaps.
Okay, into September? Yeah.
It is. And it's going to be kind of sneaky today, much like yesterday. We had the sunshine break out. We had some spots get a heat index above 100 yesterday. So let me show you what's going on in terms of temperatures and cloud cover here and lack thereof. We're starting to thin things out. 77 right now in Connorsville, 82 in Indy, 78 in Morris. A lot of areas right now don't have rain, but as we look at live Doppler 13 radar, you'll see a few hit and miss showers. I will tell you, anything on radar the next 5 days will have heavy rain potential, and it can happen at any given time. So just know that. We got a scattering of downpours here. Thankfully, these are quick movers, so the downpours are going to be brief with this particular batch. You can see we've got sunshine developing here, and we'll show you the numbers on the map here. 82 in Indy, 79 in Lafayette. Dew point temperatures near and above 70, with the exception being farther to the north and northwest. This is oppressive levels once you get in the mid 70 degree dew point range. In Indy at this hour, it's 82 with a dew point of 69 and a heat index of 86. And I said it's going to be kind of a sneaky, steamy day. In between these downpours, the heat index will get anywhere from 90 to locally in the upper 90s. So it is going to be uncomfortable for today. As we go into the afternoon and the evening, you can see where that clustering of thunderstorms is going to be along and especially just south of I-70. A few severe storms are possible. It's more of the heavy rain potential, and we've got more heavy rain ahead. I'll have that part of the forecast here in a few minutes.
Then, Sean, thank you. Now to the headlines. And new here at noon, FBI agents here in Indianapolis alongside U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have arrested a 26-year-old man for allegedly driving drunk, causing a deadly crash. It happened last July on the southwest side. 19-year-old Edras Enrique Hernandez was killed in that crash. He was a passenger and the brother of the suspected drunk driver, Alexis Otaniel Hernandez Araujo. The FBI says Araujo is a citizen of El Salvador and was in the U.S. illegally. They say he was speeding along South Reisner when he crashed into a car, hurting a pregnant woman and 2 kids. Authorities say Araujo's blood alcohol content was over the legal limit at the time of the crash. He now faces multiple charges, including reckless homicide. This afternoon, Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting on the city's south side. It happened just after 1:30 this morning along Southport Crossing Way. That's where police found a man shot in critical condition. He went to the hospital where he died. Right now, no word on a suspect or a potential motive. Of course, we'll update you just as soon as we learn more from that investigation. Another investigation now on the east side after a house fire. Let's show you a look here of the aftermath of that fire on Forest Manor Avenue. This is near Sherman Drive. Our crew at the scene spoke with the fire department. We learned there were no injuries reported and nobody was inside the house at the time of that fire. Neighbors told investigators people come and go from the home and they aren't sure if anyone actually lives there. A push to keep kids off the streets of Indianapolis late at night and out of trouble is passing another hurdle. This follows several consecutive weekends of violence downtown, where young people are both suspects and victims. Our Alex Almanza shows us the moves happening right now within the City County Council.
City leaders say it isn't just about cracking down on kids, but it's about keeping them safe. Meanwhile, critics argue that changing the curfew doesn't get to the root problem, it just moves it up a couple hours.
A summer of crime is the talk of Wednesday night's Public Safety and Criminal Justice Committee meeting. City leaders approving a proposal to update the curfew for kids around Marion County.
I'm hopeful that those conversations turn to action and not just words. And that's what I see happening here tonight.
It's all driven by back-to-back weekends of gun violence. If passed, kids ages 15 to 17 can't be out after 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday and can't be out after 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. For anyone younger than 15, it's 9 p.m. every night.
The state allows us to do it for 120 days. If it goes well, may not do it again, but if it doesn't go well, we can enact it again for another 120 days.
IMPD also announcing the launch of what they call a safe and secure location, where minors found out past curfew can be brought to access resources and reconnect with parents. Chelsea English, a school social worker, says access to those resources can make all the difference.
But they need hope, believe in themselves, and reasonable pathways to success. When we offer these things, kids make the right choices and choose those opportunities.
FOP President Rick Snyder sternly criticizing the current approach, saying it lacks consequences for kids and their parents.
They are laughing at what we're doing here tonight. This means nothing to them. It's a joke.
Because nobody is addressing what the real issue is, which is if they do the crime, they do no time, there's no accountability, we rinse and repeat, and then they fall into a life of crime and violence and oftentimes become the victims of it.
The proposal still has a few more hurdles to go through before it becomes law. The first step is for it to go to the full council in August before being signed by Mayor Joe Hogsett. At the City County Building, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
And Indiana Governor Mike Braun is now speaking on what he feels should come next. The governor tells us he thinks police have done what they can to address gun violence downtown, but he says something has to change. Yesterday, he was critical of Mayor Joe Hogsett and Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears.
Until they start doing things differently, and especially the prosecution side of it, they, I think, shoulder nearly full responsibility for what we're having to do to intervene.
State Police Superintendent Anthony Scott joined the governor during yesterday's news conference. Scott says state troopers will be helping with security this weekend. We reached out to Mayor Hogsett. He sent us a statement saying that violence in Indy is trending downward and the gun violence reduction strategy is saving lives. Let's show you the statement here. The mayor also says, quote, "My administration remains laser focused on ensuring that those who enjoy our downtown this weekend, next weekend, and in the future are safe. And we are continuing to add new tools to support law enforcement in this effort."